welcome to day 22. Today we are reading, cut that blessing. I love you. Okay, hi. Welcome to day 22. We are reading Luke 10:30 through 37 about the Good Samaritan. And our lettering for the day is loving anyone who crosses your path. So I think a lot of people have trouble figuring out who our neighbor is and how do we show them love when we don't want to. Sacrifice, which is also talked about when you love someone, you sacrifice the things you love for something you love more. If you're thinking about that in context to what we just read, like the Good Samaritan, for example, he had plenty of things that he needed to do, but he stopped what he was doing, and then he took care of the poor guy who was beaten, and he made sure he was well taken care of before he went back to finish what he was doing. So he stopped everything he was doing, which I'm sure was important, and did something else because he wanted to be a good neighbor and take care of this other person. And Jesus said for us to go and do the same. So in your day-to-day life, think about who around you needs help and what can you do to help them? Like, for example, if it's an actual neighbor, if they need help mowing their yard because they're elderly, or if you know that someone needs help like fixing up something with their house and you happen to be good at it, or you could offer to help babysit if you know they have a lot of kids. There's tons of things that we can do to show to be good neighbors and do stuff just out of the kindness of our heart. And I think that goes back to, making sure that you're doing it with the right motive. So you aren't doing something for them just because you want something in return, but rather you're just doing it to be a good person and to love on them. And I think that really is the amazing thing, that it really is better to give than to receive. And that goes with like anything, giving of your time, your money, your possessions. If you haven't already, it's spring, yay! So you could do spring cleaning and give it to some homeless people, or maybe you know of a new mom who needs kids' clothes and you aren't going to have any more kids, or you have a ton that you could divide up in half and give some away. There's a lot of people in this world that could use something that you have plenty of. So if you take a minute and just think about your inventory, like, do I really need all this stuff? Even toys. You can take them and give them to a family and bless them with it. And I think that they'll really be able to just see that your heart is just wanting to love on them and show them God's love through just giving them something that you have too much of. And I don't think people ever think of it as like petty stuff, I think we've been so blessed, and so we've been turning around and giving stuff that we don't need anymore to other families, and really being able to just try to love on people and encourage them where they're at and just show them God's love through what you do. Because people will honestly, they'll see God's love through what you do more than what you say. Just like when you're parenting, they catch more from seeing it than what's actually being said to them. So if you're showing them that you need to be kind to your neighbors and do all these other good things, then they're going to catch that, and when they grow up, they will do it themselves. So anyways, super excited about this. I can't wait to make a list myself and figure out what I can do for the people around me. And, too, I think it's the people that are harder to love, like we said in the previous days, So if there's someone that just irritates you and you find it really hard to love them, take a minute and really think what they could use and just bless them with something without wanting anything in return, without any Sorry, I was just thinking about all these people I need to go and be generous to. Whew, it's amazing how God just speaks to you. But, so anyways, I'm going to go make a list now. I hope you do too. And we'll see you tomorrow for 23. Have a good day.